The Columbia Pet Project has had to scale back production due to a decrease in donations. The group that makes three-wheeled vehicles for those who can't walk in poor countries is now an international phenomenon.
But in a special edition of Sarah's Stories from Guatemala, KOMU 8's Sarah Hill shows us it takes much more than volunteers to build a pet.
In Guatemala, we saw an 8-year-old boy crawling next to what looked like vomit on the floor. When you first see someone on all fours on the ground, it takes a while to process exactly what you're seeing. Is that an animal? Surely that's not how that person gets around. Why don't they have a wheelchair? Wheelchairs and pets are scarce in poor countries, so they crawl. There are solutions that can lift these people up off the ground, but not without your help.
See, if we have the ability to respond, then we have responsibility.
This is one of the largest trees in Guatemala. Its base wider than 3 semi-trucks. And in the tropics, it's not just pineapples that thrive in the wild. Here in Guatemala, the corn grows more than 15 feet high. That's taller than some one-story buildings. But even in the most fertile soil, not everything flourishes. The age of this individual might surprise you. It surprised us so much we asked our interpreter to clarify his age 3 times. Each time, we got the same answer. This man is 18.
We could get him in to see doctor if she ever wants. Is his head getting more grande or no?
A lack of medical care and food are just 2 reasons behind these adults and child-sized bodies. The other reason is a lack of mobility. Without proper seating and support, muscles can't grow.
This is his first chair he's ever owned? Numero uno for him?
Yes, Dick.
That's what brought Nancy Gensch to Guatemala twice in 1 year. Most of the people at these pet and wheelchair distributions have never seen a doctor, a fact that's not lost on Gensch, a Boone County pet volunteer. Just 3 months before this Guatemala distribution, Gensch underwent cancer surgery.
I told them from the very beginning that they had to get it well and get me fixed so I could come on this trip. I wanted to come back.
Gensch packed an additional suitcase with items to give away. Without medical care, mobility, nutritious food, or even an education, she realized most of these children need much more than a coloring book.
That's so tough. It is just so tough to see that.
Back in Colombia, Terry Firstenaw volunteers at one of 23 pet building sites around the world. Sites that include Mexico, Zambia, and South Africa. Workshops that since the mid-90s have sent 24,000 pets to nearly 90 countries around the world. Here, volunteer builders take wood from expensive yachts and use it to craft a vehicle for the poor.
I think of a fella who was beaten, robbed, beaten unconscious. They poured gasoline on his legs, and he lost his legs. And so once he received a pet, it changed everything for him. He said, they took my legs, but they did not take my spirit.
In Honduras alone, Arms of Mercy estimates it needs 300,000 pets and counting. But due to decreased donations, the Pet Project in Colombia has had to scale back production from 40 to 30 pets each week.
The only thing that keeps us now from building more pets is money.
In the form of grants, international funding, donations. The problem is growing like a cornstalk, but the solution needs financial fertilizer.
Do all the good you can, to all the people you can, wherever you find them, whenever you can, with whatever you have, as long as you live. One individual becomes angry about something, disgruntled about something, unhappy about something, sees a need and says it's not right. It is not right that human beings crawl on the ground all their lives.
It costs $250 to build and ship a pet overseas, $180 to sponsor a wheelchair, both tax-deductible donations. If you'd like to help, we have information about PET and Hope Haven International on our website. Just click on the Sarah story.